What last meal did you order on death row that saved your life? I'd always imagined what lobster tasted like. Sweet, buttery, rich. The kind of meal you see in movies when people celebrate something big. I grew up in Topeka. My dad worked construction. My mom cleaned houses. We ate hamburger helper and canned vegetables. Lobster was something rich people ate on TV. When the guard handed me the last meal request form, I stared at it for an hour. If I had one meal left on Earth, I wanted the thing I'd spent 28 years wondering about. I wrote whole Maine lobster with drawn butter, roasted asparagus, garlic bread, and a Coke. The guard took the form and read it. Going fancy, huh? I've never had it. Lobster? Never. Grew up too poor, and I was in here. He nodded. Execution's Friday at 6. Kitchen will have it ready by 4. 2 days to wait for a meal I dreamed about my whole life. Wednesday night I couldn't sleep. Kept picturing how they'd cook it. The boiling water. The lobster going in. How long it took to turn red. Thursday morning my lawyer called. Nolan, the governor denied clemency. I'd expected it. Okay, I'm sorry. I tried everything. I know. There was a pause. The evidence was too strong. You at the restaurant, the arguments, the insurance policy. I didn't do it. I believe you, but the jury didn't. Sloan went to the bathroom and someone put shrimp in her pasta. She came back, ate it, and died at our table 20 minutes later. Severe shellfish allergy that everyone knew about. The prosecution said I did it when she wasn't looking. Angry boyfriend. Insurance beneficiary. Opportunity. My prints were on her plate from the appetizers we'd shared. I couldn't prove otherwise and the jury convicted me. I hung up and lay on my bunk. Thursday afternoon I thought about Sloan. Not about that night, but about before. Meeting at the coffee shop, her vanilla latte with extra foam, the way she laughed at my terrible jokes. We dated 2 years and I thought we'd get married. Then we started fighting about her ex, Bryce, who kept texting her. She said it was nothing but I didn't believe her. That's what we were arguing about at dinner, right before she died. Thursday evening I heard kitchen sounds and my stomach growled. I hadn't eaten since Wednesday. Wanted to be hungry. Friday morning came fast. 12 hours left. The guards were quieter than usual. A chaplain stopped by at 8. Would you like to pray? No thank you. He left. 10 a.m. and the warden walked past. Your meal will be ready at 4. Noon arrived and the kitchen smells started drifting down. Butter melting, garlic, something savory that made my mouth water. 2 p.m., 4 hours left. I thought about calling my dad, but we hadn't spoken since the conviction. He thought I was guilty. 3 p.m. and a guard brought clean clothes for the execution. Gray shirt, gray pants. You'll change at 5:30. 3:30 and the smells got stronger. Rich butter, bread baking, my stomach empty and aching. 4 p.m. The guard appeared with a covered tray, unlocked my cell, and set it on the table. He lifted the cover. The lobster was bigger than I'd imagined. Bright red with 2 massive claws. Melted butter beside it, garlic bread steaming, roasted asparagus. 2 hours haze. Make it count. I sat down and picked up the nutcracker, positioned it on the first claw and squeezed. The shell cracked open. I took my first bite and it was everything I'd hoped for. Sweet, tender, melting in my mouth. I ate another piece, then another. The butter dripped down my chin and I didn't care. This was worth waiting 28 years for. Then my throat started to close. Not slowly, fast, like someone was choking me from the inside. I tried to swallow and couldn't. Tried to breathe and nothing came. I stood up and my vision went dark around the edges. I grabbed for the cell bars but my hands wouldn't work right. I hit the floor hard. The guard yelled something. Keys. Running footsteps. The cell door opened. Someone rolled me over. I couldn't see clearly. Couldn't breathe at all now. A sharp jab in my thigh. EpiPen. The pressure eased just enough to get half a breath. Ambulance! Someone shouted. They loaded me onto something. Moving fast. Sirens. I passed out. When I came to, there was a tube down my throat and Dr. Whitmore was standing over me. She pulled it out and I coughed violently. Mr. Hayes, you just went into anaphylactic shock from shellfish. I was still gasping for air. You've never eaten shellfish before, have you? I shook my head. That's why there's no allergy documentation in your file. You've never been exposed. She held up my medical records. But this reaction was severe. You're deathly allergic and always have been. Someone this allergic couldn't have handled shrimp powder without immediate reaction. Even opening the container would cause symptoms. She stepped back. You were convicted of contaminating your girlfriend's food with shrimp, but you couldn't have done it without this exact reaction happening. She looked at the clock. I called the warden 15 minutes ago. They filed an emergency stay. I looked at the wall clock. 6:03 p.m. I was supposed to be dead 3 minutes ago. The stay came through at 5:58, 2 minutes before your execution. 2 minutes. The investigation reopened immediately. Sloan's ex-boyfriend, Bryce Callahan, had worked at the restaurant as a server. He'd had access to the kitchen, knew about her allergy, couldn't accept she'd moved on. Under interrogation, he confessed. Put the shrimp in her pasta and let me take the fall. They released me 3 months later. The state paid me nearly $4 million. I never tried lobster again, but I'll never forget the taste. Sweet and buttery, exactly like freedom.